Ever wonder why crabs wave their pincers around? They are actually using them to communicate and will even use their pincers to make drumming noises. More than 6,700 species of crabs have been identified. Some crabs live exclusively in the ocean, while others live along the shoreline, and some crabs live in freshwater instead of the saltwater environment of the ocean. Still, others live full-time on land, but always near water of some type. Crabs are very important to the environment because they help to keep things clean. They are also an important source of food for a wide range of other creatures, including humans. Crabs help coral reefs to survive by cleaning away debris that might otherwise kill the reefs. Crabs have been around since Jurassic times, more than 200 million years ago. Most crabs walk and swim sideways. Male crabs of some species fight with one another over mates and hiding places. Crabs have 10 legs, but the first 2 are claws and not used for walking. Each kind of crab has a unique appearance that separates it from all other crabs, though some look enough alike that only an expert can tell them apart. In general, a crab has a rounded or oval-shaped body that is sometimes smooth and sometimes covered with protrusions of varying lengths that offer the crab some protection from predators. Crabs have 10 legs, 5 along each side of the body. The pair of legs in the front has evolved to become pincers that the crab can use for defense or to feed itself. In some crabs, the pincers are of roughly equal size, but in other species, such as the fiddler crab, one pincer is much larger than the other. Crabs come in a wide range of sizes. The smallest known crab is the pea crab, Pinetherus pisum, which measures as little as 0.27 inches (0.68 centimeters) across. That's about half the size of an aspirin tablet. The largest crab is the Japanese spider crab, which can grow as much as 13 feet (4 meters) wide when its legs are spread, about the length of a Volkswagen. The heaviest crab ever found was a king crab, which weighed in at an amazing 28 pounds, about the same weight as a corgi or a miniature poodle. The average crab falls in between these two extremes and is only about 15.74 inches (40 centimeters) in diameter, or about 1/10 the length of a Volkswagen. A crab's body is covered with a hard shell called an exoskeleton. This protects the crab during most of its life, but because the exoskeleton can't grow with the crab, it must be shed, typically once per year, to allow the crab to grow. This is a very vulnerable time for crabs and they usually try to hide at this time. The exoskeleton on a crab is the part that determines what color it is. Crabs come in many different colors, depending on the species and where they live. Many are shades of red or blue, but crabs are also brown, white, yellow, tan, or a combination of colors. A crab's color can help to protect it by offering it some camouflage. However, sometimes the color is very distinctive, such as with the bright red Christmas crabs from Christmas Island. In these cases, the color helps crabs find one another or warns other creatures to stay away. Crabs can also have smooth shells, or they can be covered with spiny bumps that deter predators or help them hide in coral reefs or rocky niches. Different kinds of crabs have different lifestyles. Some crabs live alone, only meeting with other crabs when it's time to mate. Other types of crabs live in large groups called casts all of the time. These groups can have hundreds or even thousands of crabs in them. Living in a group makes it easier for a crab to find a mate, and it also makes it harder for any one crab to be selected as prey by a predator, so it helps to keep them safe. Crabs tend to be shy and will usually run from danger. Despite the fact that crabs have pincers that they can use to hurt a predator, the injury is usually not serious and most crabs would rather run than fight. Some crabs, though, such as the coconut crab, have big, strong pincers that are strong enough to break a person's finger. These animals live on land and can be aggressive. They will even attack small animals such as dogs and cats if they encounter them. One type of crab, the horseshoe crab, is actually not a crab at all. In fact, it's not even a crustacean. This is an ancient species that has been mostly unchanged since the time of the dinosaurs. People continue to call them crabs because they live in salt and brackish water and act a lot like crabs, but they aren't. Surprisingly, their closest living relatives are not other crabs, but spiders.